Hello and welcome to today's episode where we will discuss about the copywriting techniques for different media. I am Monica Verma and our subject expert for this episode is Mrs. Sunita Bhasin. Every day we encounter advertisements wherever we go. The day starts with the newspaper ads. As we listen to the radio, more ads target us. On the way to work or study, we see all size of hoardings informing us about something or the other. You use internet on a computer and the ad links pop up. We get spam or unsolicited mails informing us about products or services. What is this advertisement? It has been defined as a form, either written or oral or audio-visual, which attempts to sell something, whether it is a product, service, or information or opinion. The idea of advertiser is to inform or attempt to influence the target group to buy a product or service or opinion. It may be in the form of pamphlets, radio, television, internet, and much more. Today, in this program, we are going to be speaking of what exactly a copy is, the principles and guidelines that are to be considered while writing a copy, the procedures of writing copies for print, radio, television, and outdoors, and the formats they follow. But before all that, we need to think about what makes an advertisement great and what turns great ads into classics. What makes certain ads stand out in the minds of people and continue to run for a long time, sometimes even years? Several factors such as fantasy characters, music, drama, imagery, and celebrities are intelligently placed and combined to create great ads.
Get to your songs faster.
There are various ways with which an ad can be successful.
अब दिल की बात एक टच से सुनाओ.
The Little Bathing Soap ad used simple imagery and music and is considered a classic.
Come alive with mineral freshness, tingling, tangier, with the exciting freshness of limes.
Good ads engage the mind of the consumer and at the same time deliver a message like Nike's powerful slogan, "Just do it." Good advertisements also use humor and often touch emotions like the Airtel's "Barriers Break When People Talk" campaign. Some ad campaigns use fantasy characters that have an attractive appeal like Vodafone Zuzus or 7-Up's Fido Dido. The words, symbols, pictures, etc. used to convey the advertising idea are collectively known as copy, and the person who prepares it is called the copywriter. For an advertisement to be successful, the ad copy should be such that it makes people see it, read it, understand it, believe it, and want it. There are three major approaches to make the ad effective. Suggestion. Every idea or impression in the mind tends to express itself in action. Therefore, suggestion gets ideas into the minds through repetition of ads and illustrations. Suggestive copy is usually brief, like Nike's "Just Do It." Appeal to reason. Logical arguments and facts tend to make the copy educative and convincing. For example, Sachin Tendulkar saying,
"Boost you the secret of my energy."
Rationalization. The rationalization theme seeks to prevent the possible conflict between desire and reason by presenting arguments that will justify the consumer in yielding to his desire. For example, the Tata Docomo Keep It Simple Silly campaign.
Let's make the mobile part simple.
The copywriter, before writing, seeks answers to basic questions. What am I advertising? Who is my target audience? What would be the best medium to reach the customer? Now let us imagine us to have a product on our hands which is to be advertised in print media. The print media copy is specifically written to meet the requirements of readers of newspapers and magazines. Print advertisements have two key elements: copy and art. In a print copy, headlines, subheads, body, slogan and closing statements are the written elements. Art refers to the visual elements which include illustrations, photos, logo, signatures and layout. A layout is the arrangement of all the elements. Headline, the title of an ad. It is the dominant element and is the first thing people look at, which makes it the most important part of a print copy. The headline should be selective, inviting and commanding so that to attract attention and create curiosity on the part of the target audience. A headline should tell the story in one glance. Many readers may not read the body at all, as the headline provides them the essence of the advertisement. The headline should lead the readers into the body copy. Subheads are given to let the reader travel from the headline to the body. These should classify the questions raised in the headline. They act as bridges between the headline and the body, making the task of copy reading easier. The body copy is the text of an ad. This part generates a liking and preference for the advertised product. It explains the features and benefits of the product. In case of simple products, the body is brief, but technical products require a bigger body copy. The copy should be only as long as is necessary to complete the sales job. Slogans and taglines give an identity to the company or its products. These are concise and catchy phrases which are easy to remember and leave an impact on the reader's mind. The closing idea in a print copy should emphasize action. It should include all the necessary information for the reader to act including the passive selling point like the identity of the retail outlet. This is because an advertisement is a one-way communication. There is no exchange of thought between the buyer and seller. Thus, the ad must do the job of persuading the reader to act. The art director and the copywriter may first preliminary thumbnail sketches. These are quite rough and often quarter of the actual size. After this, a full-size rough layout is prepared with headlines and details. Finally, a finished layout called Supercomp is prepared in which the pictures are sketched and lettering is done. The approval of the client is taken and the ad is finalized and sent for printing. Several design principles are helpful in arranging elements in a layout. The first is organization, in which elements are arranged in a pattern or order. A layout without order lacks visual coordination of the elements. There should be only one dominant element and everything else subordinate. This element is the first thing people would see. Contrast in colors makes the important elements stand out. Colors attract attention, provide realism, establish moods, and build brand identity. It is important to note that proportions should be kept unequal because if all visuals are of the same size, they are uninteresting. Hence, copy and art should be proportionately different. Radio is a theatre of the mind in which the story, through voice and sounds, is created in the imagination of the listener. The listeners are active participants in the construction of the message. Due to this personal involvement, radio is the most personal of all media. Radio advertising relies most heavily on the special talents of the copywriter, as the absence of pictures require the things being said must help listeners to see the characters. An important difference between publication copy and radio copy is that the former is written to be read while the latter is written to be spoken. Words, phrases and expressions which read well may sound unnatural and stilted when spoken by the announcer. Therefore, when writing radio copy, put yourself in the position of the announcer who will have to speak it. Read it aloud. Edit it until it sounds fresh, natural, and convincing. Use short sentences. Aim to catch the listeners. Another difference is that in print media, the reader can skip some parts of the copy and come back to this whenever convenient. But in case of radio and TV, this is not possible. Therefore, the message must make an impact in the beginning itself and should be vivid enough to create a mental picture in the mind of the listeners. Most radio commercials are recorded announcements. These pre-recorded commercials may be in the form of skits, testimonials, musicals, problem solution, etc. In the skit, a short plan is used to attract, entertain, and inform the listeners. In case of testimonial, a celebrity delivers the message stating that he too uses the product. In case of problem solution form, the problem is first dramatically presented and then the solution is announced. In the real life situation form, a dialogue between two persons is given. In the musical form, a song or jingle is used to deliver the message. A good musical commercial on radio must be short and easily remembered, rhythmical, built around the product's name, focused on the product's sales appeal. Both the form and the appeal used in the radio commercial should be right. The advertising message through the unique selling proposition USP should not become secondary to entertainment, and this in fact applies to advertising in all the media. If the entertainment part obscures the sales message, the copy may fail to achieve its objective. Listening requires less effort than reading. Therefore, the copywriter must keep in mind that there are chances of the audience becoming unattentive while listening to the radio. Television and cinema are a visual media. Therefore, those who write beautiful print copy may not be able to script good TV commercials. Specialist copywriters and art directors who understand TV commercials are needed. They weave the picture, sounds, words, and movements to visualize the advertising message.
The bold taste of Nescafe. Switch on the best in you.
Gosh, I'm so filmy. He's just a regular guy. एक बैडमिंटन गेम के लिए तो पूछ ही सकती हूँ.
Writing a TV commercial is complicated because the copywriter must visualize while writing the script. The TV copywriter must have knowledge of different commercial formats as well as of TV presentation techniques. Live action and animation are the popular presentation techniques. A TV ad may be in the format of a straight announcement, demonstration, dramatization, documentary, or dialogue. Scripting, casting, dubbing, and editing are required for preparing a TV copy. Jingles are used to evoke memory of the brand or product. While radio commercials are written for the ear,
petrol sensor and inverter technology saving you up to 60% power. तो ये हुआ ना असली स्टार एयर कंडीशनर.
Panasonic. Ideas for life.
TV commercials are written both for the eyes and the ears.
चैंपियन बार बिल्कुल मुफ्त. एक ऑफर में 2 चैंपियन.
Sometimes infomercials are used to go into depth about features of a product. These are long programs of about half an hour. essential difference between writing for broadcast and writing for print is that a print copy is structured by space, while a broadcast message is structured by time. The selling time is short, and the audience pays only a part of their attention to the message. Therefore, advertising copies for radio and TV must use words, sounds, and music more effectively within a short span of time. Television is an audio-visual medium where the two main elements used to create messages that are intriguing and intrusive are the video and the audio. The visual dominates message perception in television, so the creative team uses the visual as the main way to deliver the concept. The video elements include everything seen on the screen. Copywriters use visual and motion, the silent speech of film, to convey as much of the message as possible. Emotion is expressed convincingly through facial expressions, features, and body language. Music, voices, and sound effects are audio elements in TV commercials. These are related to a visual image. For example, an announcer may speak directly to the viewer or engage in a dialogue with another person. A voiceover may be used wherein an announcer who is not visible announces some kind of action on the screen. A trend today is to have celebrities with distinctive voices to do the voiceovers for commercials.
क्या आप अपने राजा के लिए 2 कदम नहीं चल सकते?
Major considerations have to be paid to the presenter or character or the talent being used, action, sequences, demonstration, lighting, graphics, color, and identifying symbols. In TV copy, the copywriter fleshes out the words or music while the art director sketches out the visual scenes. These are put together in a storyboard. The first storyboard is very rough and more details are added later. A script sheet may be used consisting of 2 parallel columns, one for the audio and the other for the video. Outdoor advertising copy includes the likes of billboards, posters, hot air balloons, poster panels, and painted bulletins. Since outdoor advertisements are mostly read on the move, one does not have much time to read it. Effective outdoor advertising is built on a strong creative concept that can be instantly understood. The idea has to get attention, be memorable, and more importantly, make a point quickly. If we are to write an outdoor copy for a product, we have to make sure that the concept should be strong and creative for it to be instantly understood. The copy has to be very brief but catchy and captivating. The layout must be compact with a simple visual, nothing that confuses or puzzles the reader. The design should be such that it makes the ad highly visible. In this digital age, advertisements have found a new and effective medium in the internet. Online advertisements are more interactive as a simple click leads the customer to information and eventually a possible sale. The designs and complexities of the copies can vary from being simple print ads on a web page to more engaging ones where the ad may be a game or quiz which would bring the customer to a prize winning. It is important to note that while working on an advertising campaign for a particular product, the exact same copy can never be used for all the medium. Each medium requires certain additions, omissions, and modifications. For example, in the campaign for Fiat Linea in 2009, the tagline at the end of the song that was sung was "Stuck at the sight of you," but in the radio commercial, it was the opening statement. The idea is to keep the essence of the copy the same, but to present it in a manner best suited for the particular medium. Thus, today's episode, we covered the definition of advertisement copy, the elements of copywriting, and the different procedures of writing copies for different media, that is print, radio, TV, outdoor. In the end, it is important to note that the job of an advertisement is to acquire attention, interest, desire, conviction, action. That is all we have for today. I hope you have understood the importance of copywriting in relation to different media. Thank you and goodbye.